Okay. So, started out here. Let me get the notes. 3:15, our first fight here. We'll watch it back real quick, and then I will share my thoughts.
They're on left side. They have
It
a
went
soldier.
main.
Yep. Soldier or Matra. They're giving up a lot of space. Just stabilize here. That's fine.
Yep.
I see the
We're
ramp.
walled,
Wall,
we're walled, we're walled.
They walled.
I'm fine, I'm
Okay,
fine.
middle.
Ram dead.
Make
Looks
it
like
May,
May.
go May.
May.
Nice.
Okay, we walk hard.
I'm walking.
Walk.
Just
Lucio.
Getting
More. Soldier.
Okay, I'll cap.
Cap the point.
Okay. So that was pretty solid. You guys did a really good job at dealing with the wall that kind of got in your face. I mean, a lot of times it's hard for a team to put down a wall easily, but you guys did a really good job there. Something like that we noticed about the comms is that we're calling to stabilize here, but we don't really know like what they have or what they're doing yet. So it's hard to just like say stabilize and stay here when we don't know like where they are, what they're doing, where they're going. So what I would say is that I mean, not this is obviously goes for the person who's calling, which is Spider, but you can also point this out to people is that when you have a May and you notice that they're having something like a soldier, it means that they want to play way more pokey, so they don't want to kind of push into you. So if you stabilize in a place where you can't rush on them really quickly, then they're going to just win the poke battle rather than you guys just kind of like, rushing on them. So I would say instead of just stabilizing right here, um, instead of trying to force it out, walk it. Yes. So you don't know they have May. So if you stabilize without wall in mind, what I wrote here is that if you oh dude, what am I looking at? Hold on. Dude, I was literally thinking this and I literally just lost my train of thought. Okay, all right, I see. So they don't have a May. Once you notice that they don't have a May, that means that, or they do have a May. Um, if you're stabilizing with like without calming that they have wall, so there's no calm that they have wall. If you're trying to stabilize here, you can easily just get walled off. So instead of you know stabilizing in the back and letting them wall you off, you're gonna have to push into them because you're running Sim May, right? They're running May Hanzo, which means that no matter what, you're going to deal with a wall. But if you play more aggressive with your Sim, you're going to be able to deal with the wall much easier because you're not waiting for them to come into you to get walled off. You're forcing her to use it reactively. Maybe she won't get enough value out of it. You just did a really good job, like I said, of forcing it of killing it. But instead, if you notice that they're playing up here, so you see, oh, they have a soldier. Okay, so they have way less brawl than we do. Let's walk into that room right there and force onto them instead of waiting. Is what I mean. And I lost my train of thought there, so I apologize.
That's okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they're running soldier instead of like a sim reaper, which means that they have less frontline pressure on you. So they don't really have a lot of good ways of dealing with your Ramatra if they're running soldier May, because they both do small ticks of damage rather than big bursts of damage like Reaper or Sim. So it's going to give him a lot more less pressure to be able to run onto them.
You don't want to play at dirt advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. So then we can go over here to 4 minutes. And then this one was. And we'll watch this fight. And
Hanzo near me over here. Just hold this area with me. Hold this area with me.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Yeah.
We're down one.
You gotta just chill. It's fine. Still winnable.
Bring shield. I'll do that fast. Okay.
I'm gonna hold this
Smoking.
choke. I got a soldier right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Coming back.
It's a one.
Yeah, okay. So right here, what I saw is this is a lot of these fights that you guys are like doing something wrong, like boils down to like poor comms. So right here, you guys are like, all right, there's not really talking. Your players are playing without an intent, right? You're not saying, okay, this is what we should do. We should try to wall people off. All right, we should try to, go for like this is the person we want to run on. Let's try to look for him and go on him. We're kind of just playing here. We're playing reactively, and then instead of, discerning what we want to do and say let's wall this person off and go on them, we kind of wait for their team to walk in and use abilities on us, and then it becomes this brawl. Are you playing to wall someone up when they push? You have to make a decision. smart plays will always trump mechanics when executed correctly, is what I put here. Because instead of just trying to brawl them with your mechanics, you can try to say, all right, this is what we want to do. This is how we execute it. And because you have time to do that, right? They're not there yet, so you have time to talk about that. And at the end of the day, if they're going in without a plan, and you guys have that plan to be able to wall them off and kill them,
I'm gonna hold this
Smoking.
you're
choke.
going to do way
I
more.
got
Because what
soldier right here. I
happens
got
is
soldier
You
right
guys are just saying, "Oh, I have soldier right here. Oh, here's reactive. Soldier right here."
here.
And then if only just walls off nothing, right? And then we get no value out of wall, and now we're just kind of standing.
Oh.
Spider's like, oop, because he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's like trying to figure out what to do. He's kind of like reactively doing things right now.
Coming back.
It's a 1.
And now the fight starts. Use
I'm
that.
here.
Blitz.
Care, any care.
They use
Yeah,
what,
use
two
our
walls
wall,
here.
use our wall.
Ram can die. Ram can die.
Yep, ram walled.
You end up getting a
walled.
solid wall. But you do what you wanted to do about 15 seconds after the fight starts rather than 2 seconds after the fight starts. So you kind of
So what can I do myself?
what you can do here is just like if the comms aren't coming, then you take over and say, all right, this is what I want you to. This is what we should do. We should wall off people, right? You know what I mean? Because like nothing. This is nothing that has to do with your mechanics right now. Your mechanics have been solid so far, but your comms, especially as a DPS player, because you're the one that's kind of like you're doing the most damage to your team. So whoever you're looking at is going to die first, right? If you're playing sim, so you can say, all right, guys, can we get a wall off here or something like that? If the comms aren't coming, you need to be that person to pick it up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If that makes sense. And feel free to ask any questions if you need.
Okay.
I always say that like 50% of the game is like mental and teamwork and comms, and 50% is mechanics. So it's not always going to be a mechanics based change you need to make. It could be a comms based or a teamwork based, and we can go over that later because some of these, like a lot of these, are you. A lot of these timestamps are you doing something correctly, but your team's doing something incorrectly. So I'm just, rather than saying this is what you need to do differently, I'm rather showing you this is what you as a team need to do differently, so you can kind of like relay this back to your team if that makes sense.
Okay.
Hanzo.
Tank.
Alright.
Sorry.
No, you do not
You're-
have BAP.
No
You're down,
bad.
Bab.
Yep. Care. Okay, drop the point.
Dropping.
Right here.
Speeding in.
Gets big.
Soldier.
Soldier dead. Ram.
Run still.
Lucy.
Run
Lucy.
high beat.
Hanzo.
Care.
Okay, so this is
Those
one
are
thing that is about like specific something that you can do. So this point in particular is really good at like allowing the defense, when you're on defense of this, to play high ground and get the same amount of value as if you were to drop. So the call for Ram to drop is good. The call for Mate to drop is good. What I would say you could try doing is, instead of dropping with your team, you can go over to the edge right here and just shoot them from up there. Because what that does is you get the same amount of damage value. Maybe you have a little bit less range, but they're all right there, so you'll be able to kill them. So you can get the same amount of damage, but you're also fireable. And the main person that can poke you out is the Hanzo. So if you're saying, okay,
Yeah.
Hanzo is the main guy that can kill me, right? And so you can say to your team or to your Ram, when you're having a conversation with these comms, like the comms is really a conversation rather than just like one person saying something. You can say, Ram, can you go on Hanzo? Or can you guys focus Hanzo? Because what they'll do is he'll go on Hanzo, right? So now everything that would be able to counter you is gone. So now he's being focused up by the Ramatra. He's not going to be shooting you anymore. He's going to be trying to get away from the Ramatra or shooting the Ramatra. And that's when now you can get value off of yourself from the Blizzard from up top. Because if you drop there, you're putting yourself in the line of sight of the Ramatra and Hanzo rather than like just the Hanzo, right? Rather than being in the hindsight of just the Hanzo, where your team can deal with that, you're in the sight of the entire team. So it's just it's more so with characters like Soldier or Sojourn or Hanzo, like long range characters, but you can still get the same value off of Symmetra from up there.
Okay.
I mean,
What-
So go ahead.
What if I do call to go on the Hanzo?
Yeah.
But they don't.
I mean, that's just the team doing something wrong. I mean, you can't really say that that's gonna be like something wrong. It has to do that. You have to do that, right? You can't say like your team just has to do that. So I guess if they don't go
Yeah.
on the Hanzo, then you could drop. But like in a team scenario, if you're calling to them to do something, they should do it. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, can you help me out and do this? They should do it. That shouldn't be something that you have to consider in a fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Obviously that's a concern that you have, but it shouldn't be one. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be one. If you say, I want you guys, can you guys go on the Hanzo? You shouldn't even have to say that because that should be the target that they go for anyways. I talk about this later about target calling, where like you need to discern who the person on the enemy team is both the easiest to kill, but also like combined with what gives them the most value. So like the Hanzo was the person that was giving them the most value throughout that first couple maps. So you have to look for him to kill. And if you look for him to kill at this point, then you won't even have to ask them to go for him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially on their tank.
Biggest.
Soldier, soldier.
They're dead. Ram.
No, Lucio.
Lucio.
Careful,
Beat, high beat.
Hanzo
Care.
Hanzo dead. It's just support. It's just
TP up
support.
here.
Someone heals.
Dead.
You saw that someone was going up there, so that was a really good TP.
I'm gonna beat.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can we target focus like Moira?
More half?
Either one of them, whoever you can kill.
So
Well-
right here, you're hitting. This is like a small thing. I said it was small. You're hitting your shots here, but like if you think about who you're killing right now, you're trying to kill two like I call sustained based healers like Lucio and Moira, who kind of heal over time slowly, which is more. Lucio has his amp and Moira has her self heal when she's damaging you. I would try to use your your primary fire instead of secondary fire instead, because you're building up that secondary fire on them. You're doing more consistent damage on them rather than a quick poke that gives them time to get back health. A quick poke gets them time to get back health, because maybe you kill them, right? Maybe you kill them, you know. So I thought it was small, but I mean that's that. I'd rather have you use your primary fire here to try to kill them faster, because if you're playing against something like a Zen, then you can use the secondary fire because he has no self heal, so he's not going to be healing himself. So you can get more value out of your secondary fire on him.
More
Oh,
soldier.
shit,
no
carry me,
pain,
carry me,
no
carry
pain.
me,
Trenching, soldier.
carry me.
Yeah,
Alright,
we're.
now we skip a lot of time here. You do a really good job for these last couple maps. You guys win that pretty good. And then we get to the first fight here. So you're running Sojourn.
Yeah, we got here
Um,
first. Good.
Yeah, we get choke control.
I'm weak.
Okay, no
I'm just
shield.
chilling for right now. Everyone
Yep.
stabilize,
Okay,
stabilize,
yeah.
stabilize here. Do
Playing
not
Soldier.
peek the Hanzo.
I think that
Everyone
was my
just-
second time ever.
Playing Sojourn.
Yeah.
I mean, your mechanics are good. Like no matter what hero you're playing, your mechanics are good. So for this one, I had one for you and one for the team. So this is pretty like Sojourn's main value is you're getting the most value out of Sojourn when your team is taking damage for you. When your team is taking most of the fire away from you, because you can kill someone so quickly and so easily with your one shot that you want to be able to like catch them by surprise rather than be taking the blunt of the damage. So I wish this was a replay code rather than a video. I mean, obviously we can't have that anymore, but like I would go out and show you that like instead of playing right here with your team, you can play all the way back here on the right, like in the middle, and get the same damage value, but you're more survivable, right? You're more survivable, and you're also putting yourself in a situation where you're getting the same poke, but you're also not. They're the ones that are taking the damage for you, so they're also not looking at you. Right? If you're playing over here, most of the time you're not looking at you. So you can get that value off of shooting them without even them looking at you. Right? So
Yeah. I go there when I play a Hanzo, so I should do
the
the
same
on
thing as
Sojourn.
Sojourn. Same thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then this was the team. This ends up happening where you guys call to wait until the enemy's pushed into you and to not peek Hanzo. I mean, not peek Hanzo is a good call, but if you're looking at what they're playing, right? If they're playing Hanzo Soldier, which I believe they're playing, they're not going to be pushing into you. They're not going to try to push into you because they have 2 poke DPS. So they're not going to be trying to push into the Mei. They're going to be trying to give their Hanzo and Soldier good angles on your backline. So they do a good job at going onto point rather than to push into you. And then you end up, your BAP ends up dying to the Hanzo. And then after the BAP dies, right after, then the correct call happens where they say, go on Hanzo. So watch what happens here. I'll show you.
They have a range advantage. We're just gonna wait here until they walk into
Yeah,
us.
wait until they walk
Okay.
into us. Then the rage advantage happens, where Hanzo kills your Baptiste, and then as soon as that Baptiste dies,
Surrender.
Oh,
You're down
Walk
bat.
on Hanzo. Walk on
Hanzo's
Hanzo.
Hanzo, right? So the correct call is made, but it's made after something has happened, rather than it's made reactively, rather than this is what we have to do at the beginning of the fight, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, instead of preemptively.
Yeah. So you want to be looking for the Hanzo and then say, all right, let's go on Hanzo, because Murph, obviously, it's RNG, so it's not really her fault that she dies. So, you're making it easier for them to kill Murph rather than just kind of running at the Hanzo, Spider running at the Hanzo and getting in his face so he can't do that.
no bad.
Go.
I'm with you.
They're split on point.
Heal up, heal up, heal, heal, heal,
Hanzo,
heal.
Hanzo, Hanzo.
Can you
You're
get on the
playing
hill?
really solid here, where you're kind of like you're rushing with them, but you're not really like full on inting, where you're kind of playing corners and you're playing back. This is really solid as well. This is another way you can play it, especially when your team is rotating.
And healing.
Hanzo can die.
Heal
Hanzo
on.
can
I'm
die.
healing. I'm
I
healing.
need care. Oh my
Here
god.
you kind of stop
I
doing
died
that.
We just lost back pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at 1. Wait, it's
Oh, we
winnable?
didn't have a
Dead, I'm
map?
dead. It's not a
No,
loser.
No,
no,
I
no,
said,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, so Spider doesn't even notice the BAP dies here, and then it's kind of like that's where like I'm talking about how like comms are like a conversation rather than we're listening to this one guy. Like if Murph is saying I'm dead, Spider, and he's like, okay, I'm dead. She's dead. Maybe I can't push in now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty. I mean, more of the story for that. You're playing different angles. You get more value of playing different angles. You want to be more decisive with what you're doing, and this goes up to a fight on the ship one, which is like so like that's like the definition of what we're talking about, which is like you guys gotta just slow down and talk about it rather than doing. You guys are going way too fast, and we'll talk about that late in a couple seconds. All right, 13 minutes. So this one here, like I talked about before, you need to identify what you're playing against and change the playstyle accordingly. You're giving too much space for their poke DPS, which doesn't give Fox an advantage. Play up and deny Hanzo longer angles and more free space.
Speed.
So we'll
Okay,
show you what
beat now.
happens.
On these
I'm
guys.
going on soldier.
Went in.
Okay.
Oh,
Burning
that
soldier.
They use speed
Yeah,
as
so there's a
well.
lot of ults here.
Lucio
They're
low,
playing
Lucio
way
low.
too far up as well, if you notice.
Soldier half
You
on
may
right.
need help. You may need help.
I'm dead, I'm
No,
dead.
me.
Yeah. It's even.
I should be able to get
Lucio low, Lucio low. Ram's on.
This is where Spider dies up here.
I have
Yeah, so he dies up here, then you're down your tank, unfortunately. He shouldn't have gone that far up, because Murph was calling LOS, and he was continuing to go in. That's on him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play with
that.
team.
But, so, theoretically, if he's still alive here, and I'll explain to you what you'd want the team to do. So, if he's still alive here, what you want to do is, the 4 other people, not you, is, because they're playing Hanzo Soldier, you don't want to give them those kind of angles to push in. You want to give yourself all the space. You want to give Foxard the biggest advantage, right? So, you'd want your team to kind of play up. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Kind of play up here by this little thing right here. And what's
Yeah.
that doing is it's not allowing Hanzo to take this long angle. It's not allowing Soldier to kind of push over here to the left. It's forcing them to play back with their team, and you're getting all this value just kind of raining in bullets here. So, I mean, if obviously
Okay.
he's dead here, so
Left
you
a
can't
side, left
stack
side.
kill. We can beat.
They
I'm
got
gonna
flip.
die. I'm
you end
dead.
up dying,
Oh, Hanzo's on me. Gotcha.
and you end up losing the fight for the because of it. You kind of get snowballed there. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So here for the first fight, we're going to talk about locating the prime target, Hanzo or Soldier, using the cover and abilities to track him down and take him out instead of going with team and focusing easier targets. The main damage dealer dies trying to kill the most sustainable player. Yeah, okay. So this is what,
Playing
this is what I
fast.
saw. This is something that you
Playing
did.
fast.
That was something for
We're
you
ready to wall them
specifically.
early. They have a soldier.
You're
Hanzo,
low,
Hanzo.
low.
Hanzo,
First off,
Hanzo.
your team should be noticing. Should like this is part you, but also part your team. Where like if you're TPing someone out as and swapping to Reaper, you only have that one little ability to get back. So just tell your team I'm a little bit behind, right? Because look at where
Yep.
he is right now. Like he's going in like you're right behind him, and you're not.
Yeah.
So this is like 5 seconds of the fight where you're not doing anything. So just say, Spider, I'm a little bit behind. Can you wait? Sure. Let's wait up and stabilize at this corner right here by this ship door or something like that, right? And then you'll be with him, and then you can go in, and then Murph doesn't need to invest lamp, or maybe she invests lamp for all of you, and you guys push in really quickly.
Hanzo.
Yeah. No
Hanzo's
ammo.
one, Hanzo's
No
one.
ammo.
No ammo, no shift.
Yeah. So she has no abilities now. The fight hasn't started yet, and now she has no abilities.
Can stabilize here.
They rotated point.
I see
We
him.
can
I
just
see him.
stabilize at this
Hanzo.
corner. I have speed.
I have wall.
I'm on them.
Go in.
Ram,
walking,
ram,
keep
Who
ram.
we on?
Yeah.
Ram-
So do you see what you're doing wrong here? Can you just
Yeah. I like split myself.
Yeah, so what you're doing right now is you're telling yourself that I'm the tank buster because I'm Reaper, so I should go for the tank. And that's at this point in this game, it's not really that true anymore, especially with someone like Ramatra who is super sustainable. what you want to do is you want to go with your team and go with your tank and just take out the easy targets. Because at the end of the day, if you go for that Hanzo and then immediately go for Soldier, now it's a 3v5, right? And this tank's not going to do anything. But what happens is you're putting the tank and he's using Nemesis form on you, and you end up dying.
They rotated you.
Because you're focused on the
Okay,
tank
nice.
rather than focused with your team, and you end up dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ram can die, Ram can die, Ram.
Ram, still,
And
Ram,
you guys are
still.
still going on Ram.
I'm on HP.
I'm
I
on
don't have
heal.
shift
I'm
yet.
Look at soldier,
Now you're on
soldier.
Soldier, but then it's kind of
Soldier,
too
look at
late.
Heavy heals.
So instead,
No, I'm on no shift.
right here in this fight, this is on Spider as well to say, all right, I'm going on Hanzo. I'm going on Soldier. If you notice, he doesn't really say who he's going on. So you don't know who he's going on, right? So you're not looking for what he's going on. So you end up tunnel visioning and going for the tank.
Can stabilize
You
here.
guys split
They
yourself
rotated
because
point,
of-
they rotated
because of
point.
the comms.
I
So
see
you
him,
can
I
just
see him.
stabilize at this
Hanzo.
point.
Yeah, okay.
I have speed.
I have wall.
I'm on them,
I'm on them. What is them? You know what I mean? I'm on them. What is them?
Okay. Go in.
Ram,
walking,
Ram,
keep
Who
Ram.
you on?
Ram,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You're calling Ram, right? I hear you calling Ram, but they're not on. They're not with you. They're with something else. So you're calling Ram. He's calling Hanzo. You guys are clashing against each other.
Ram can
Hunter,
die.
Hunter, nice.
Ram can die, Ram can die, Ram.
And then go for Ram. Go for Ram.
Uh,
And then this, in my opinion, was the most important thing that we're gonna go over.
Dead.
Yeah, I didn't have. I mean,
uh,
I
Make
get
sure we
that, but
call a
also
target
our
when
whole
we
team
ult up top
be
again as
next
well.
to me, right?
yeah, but sometimes the
It should
team
be a
isn't
4v4.
there.
It's okay. This fight, what we do?
Okay, so this was perfect from you right here. You say, okay, it's okay. We'll talk about it later. This fight, what do we do, right? So that now we talk about what we have to do, right? But watch what happens.
yeah. Okay, let's see.
I'm
They're
taking
gonna have
Oh,
Cole.
okay,
They're
let's
gonna
see.
have Cole.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
walking in
take it.
now. You know what I mean? Can you see what's going on right now?
Yeah.
So, my advice for you guys, for you did a really good job here, but this is for your whole team. Is you guys just gotta slow the fuck down and calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Okay. They have 10% on the ticker, right? You don't need to go as fast as possible every time and figure out. You need to just slow down and figure out what you need to do. You guys end up planning what you want to do while charging at them, which ends up cluttering comms. Photonics tries to say, all right, he tries to ult track while Spider is running into their team. You know what I mean? So it kind of
Yeah.
Smurf, and then if you look at
I
it,
get
Smurf
that.
ends up
The
dying.
walls up top.
Because Spider
Okay,
gets
I-
spoofed off, so nothing's being called. So Spider gets spoofed off, and he's like, all right, I'm going this way now.
I fell down. I'm going on Hanzo right here.
Okay,
You don't
okay.
know,
Wait,
now,
wait,
you're
wait,
going-
wait.
now he's over there. Now
Speed,
you're running
speed,
over,
speed.
using your ability to run over.
Hanzo dead.
I'm on
She was
point.
left by herself, and she dies.
Fine, I don't
Keep
have
walking with
shift.
me. I'm looking at soldier.
Soldier.
Invest.
He keeps running
Oh,
away.
Soldier one. He's
I'm
one.
with you.
He's dead. And no heals.
Just holding. No heals. Oh boy.
No heals.
No heals. You end up dying. Go stay in your spawn if you have to. Just say, this is what we're gonna do. All right. They have Hanzo and Soldier. We want to go for Hanzo and Soldier. Let's rotate this way. Let's look for Soldier, and let's kill him. Let's look for Hanzo. Let's kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys are going way, way, way too fast.
Lucio can die. I'm dead.
All right, this next one here is
Alright.
also about comms. Most of this is about you guys' comms.
Okay, they're gonna have Cole. They're gonna have Cole beat Rom,
Mhm.
Hanzo, Soldier.
This guy does not know how to call Cole. Every time he says, they always use Cole, and then he says they have it after.
So
Just
everything.
window early to engage.
Okay.
All right, window early to engage. Great call, right? That's something that we should do. We should window early to engage.
Window on this corner right now.
Three,
right
two,
now.
one.
Okay, so the call was good, but then this was bad. So when you think about what window is, and I know this is your VOD, but you're really not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to you know what I mean? So I apologize if you thought this was going to be more about you. You're doing a lot of things right now, I will say.
Okay.
But this is for your team because you can kind of relay this back to your team. So the point of window, and I've talked about this with Murph a lot of times, is you want to use it to kind of, I call it sway a lane, which is like Overwatch has a bunch of lanes, kind of similar to like League of Legends maps, where like there's a bunch of lanes, right? And you cross those lanes to get to a certain objective. You want to use window to kind of sway a lane into your favor. All right, so I want to go up here and use this to give myself room to come in. What happens is use this window right here, and they immediately just leave, and
Yeah.
you get 0 value out of window, like absolutely 0, like nothing. So I wrote here that there needs to be more complex comms. So the comms are solid, but they need to be more complex. Instead of saying, let's do this and go this. All right, I want to walk up here to the edge of point or something like that and use window. Like, can we use window when we get to point? Sure. Instead of just going to use window. You know what I mean? Because Murph, you don't want to leave like one person to their own devices. Murph, she's a solid player, but you want to work together to be able to get value out of her thing. You don't want her to just be able have to use it in the way that she thinks she should use it every time. If the tank is the one that's calling where to go, if he's telling her where to use it, right, then this is where you get the value of. He calls it, but it's a bad call. Walk up here to this where this area is and use it right here. And then here also we have more comps stuff to go over as well. It's crazy.
Watch out, Dragon.
I just think
That's fine.
I'm out of the way.
Our miss cut off. Our miss cut off.
I'm split.
Yep, I had to drop.
Okay.
Get ready to walk. We're gonna speed in
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Speed.
Speed.
okay, we're gonna speed to 1. Okay, sure. What are we gonna do when we get there?
Break shield.
Silver's
Keep walking,
one.
keep
Silver's
walking,
one.
keep walking.
I'm with
Okay, keep walking. So
On.
nothing on what?
We don't know.
On what?
Yeah.
What are we?
On,
Where are we
don't know.
speeding? What are we looking at? Where are we walking? It's the comms need to be more complex. We're speeding into Ramatra. We're speeding into their team. We're looking at Hanzo. Keep walking on Hanzo. Keep walking on Ramatra. Whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're doing a really solid job. You're focusing, who you should be focusing, but it's kind of on the rest of your team to kind of pick up that slack a little bit. So I will say you're doing very well. And then
Okay. Thank you.
We're
I
going.
kind of don't look at the rest of
Soldier,
this map because I
soldier.
wanted to get to another map, so I skipped the rest of this map.
Okay.
And
I've
got Sombra.
yeah, coordinated
Sombra's
dive.
on hub.
And
I played Sombra a lot
not
for this
easy.
team.
just when they come on a brig, we go on.
Sig. Ash. Lucio.
Okay, we're gonna be going on the Baptiste. We're gonna soft dive Baptiste to try to bait out his.
I'm ready. He's
Good
active.
job.
Alright,
They're
They're
3,
going
2,
from the
1,
right.
go.
They're going right.
Big anti.
Really solid dive. Really solid dive. This is probably one of your best fights of the entire thing that I've looked at. Probably your best fight.
Okay.
One thing for Murph is that if you're gonna watch this, I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Don't say big anti. Say who is antied. Don't say big anti because that just means whatever. That's just random words. It's just shit talk. Say soldier is antied. So then that gives your team someone to look at.
I'm on them. I'm on them.
We
Okay,
talked
we
about
first
it a
hit him,
little
we first
bit
hit him.
after this round, I think.
We do. You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
a
Everyone
little bit.
stabilize. We're good.
You're
Yeah,
top.
I'm ready.
They're high ground.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Take
go in
your break.
3,
Break shield.
2,
I'm dead.
1.
Backpack.
No.
Backpacked.
No Ana.
No.
Ana's dead.
No, enough.
I don't have
Rocks.
LOS also.
I'm leaving them all.
I'm getting met.
Solid. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Take
go
your-
in
take your
3,
Break shield.
But,
I'm
Take your
dead.
break.
1.
Solid.
Backpack,
happy
backpack.
Again.
No Ana.
No.
Ana's dead.
No, enough.
Get
I
out
don't
of
have
here.
LOS also.
I'm leaving them on.
I'm
That
getting
was a
met.
solid soft dive from the entire team.
My
I see
God.
it.
Soldier's main.
I'm 1 HP.
I'm feeding you packs.
Did you hack the mega?
Say hacked. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That was great as well. You talked with each other. I hacked the mega. Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm not
just,
sure.
just stay
Getting-
alive. Just stay
I put
alive.
this here that you just end up getting unluckily caught out by the Ash. I mean, that's not really your fault here. You're focused on the Lucio. The Ash, focus finishes you off.
AFK.
But
should I have waited maybe instead of hacking the Sig and shooting him?
No Ana.
No.
Ana's dead.
let's
I'm
see.
feeding you packs.
Did you hack the mega?
Say hacked.
So
Yeah.
what you could have done here is you could probably just hack him and just stay invisible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I need to do that
the thing
more.
about
Oh, nice,
Sombra
okay.
is that when you uncloak, the process starts where you're shooting and then TPing away. There's always that process, no matter what, because you're gonna stay there for as long as you can, and you're gonna TP away. So you want to be able, when you start that process, you want it to be in the best position for your team as well. And I noticed this a little bit further into the game as well. Yes, so you should stay invisible. Just hack him out. Say Sig's hacked. He's gonna stop what he's doing to look for you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just keep getting value out of those abilities. But you end up, the monkey's over here, right? Your tracer's still rotating. Your brig is not in position to heal you, and you end up dying here.
I'm
Also,
not
just
sure.
stay alive. Just stay alive and AFK.
Maybe point.
Fire Ash. Someone touch. They'll have window. Oh, That's high
I'm
ground.
walking coast side.
We'll have window
Mhm.
window flux soon and Bob.
Okay. So one thing that I like to do when I'm playing and talk to my teammates is that at the first chance that I get, I like to say, "All right, let's go over what they have and how to deal with it." Right. So as soon as this fight ends, you guys have all this time to talk about it. All right. They have Sig, Ash, Bap, Lucio, and Soldier. So they're playing a poke comp, right? But they have Lucio, right? So they're not really getting a lot of value out of Lucio in this poke comp. So how do we want to deal with this team? How do we want to deal with this? And this is something that you can do specifically too, because you are always looking at them, right? Because you're playing in their backline visible, so you're always looking at what they're doing. So you can say, all right, you did a good job at saying who they had at the beginning of the fight, but what are we going to do with that information now, right? Because we'll find out no matter what they're playing. So what do we want to do with that information? All right, this is what they have. How do we deal with them? You know what I mean? If they have Sig, we want to be able to go fast on him and dive on him, separate him with Bubble, and go for their Soldier, go for their Ash, whatever, force out abilities, and with a soft dive, right? Force out Lamp with a soft dive, they go back in and deal with their backline.
Probably next fight.
Just we can also just murk the Soldier and Ash actually if you can get a hack on one.
Yeah,
They-
that was a
they
great
have-
call as well, right? We can destroy their Soldier and Ash because they don't really have. They have BAP. At the end of the day, a Lamp, if you're diving correctly, will not be able to help them against Sombra, Tracer, Winston, Hack, Anti, whatever. Something also for your supports is that if you notice what their team is playing, Brigitte gets like 0 value against this. So, I mean, the packs are good, but I probably swap to like Zen or something, honestly. You could get a lot of great value out of Zen against that team. Because you're still getting the value out of a pack, quote unquote, with the healing orb, and you're getting a lot more value with the Zen with the Discord orb and damage as well.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
true.
So the Zen can play up in the back with the Ana, discord the targets, and now you're getting way, way more value than what Brig would have gotten. Okay.
Have high
Ash,
ground
Ash,
control.
Ash is high ground. Photonics, save your packs for your DPS. Let Murph heal me as much as you can.
I got you.
Okay. Can we go on their Ash Soldier? I see them.
high.
Yeah, they're gonna hear me when I go up,
They're-
but
Yeah, they're higher.
I'm going with you.
I'll distract. Just go.
Ready.
I'm not with you.
I'm on
I-
level 2.
I hacked Sig.
I'm cleaving them on.
Dropped. I dropped. I'm
All
low
in
ground now.
Oh, I just
I'm
went
on Ash,
high.
I'm on Ash.
No, that's good. It's good.
I'm on Ash,
There's
I'm on Ash,
Ash.
I'm on Ash,
Good
Ash
call.
dead, Ash dead.
Nice, big.
Stay up top. I'm going.
Care Bap.
Soldier hacked, Soldier hacked.
God, I keep getting blue.
Soldier one,
I
Soldier
see him.
one.
I see him.
Get
One
out of motion
Soldier,
after. I can EMP, I can
Big
EMP.
anti. Reloading.
I can EMP in 3, 2,
Not yet,
1.
not yet.
Yeah.
Lucio, actually.
Bap
Yeah,
low,
no,
bap low.
Nice.
This was easily your best fight of the entire thing that I looked at. You did a really, really good job calling that EMP, saying, and I know that Spider said don't use it, but that was a good call. That was the good call to use the EMP there. They were the fight
Yeah.
was dragging out way too long, especially against a poke comp. Dragged out fights might not be in your favor. That was a great EMP call.
Okay,
And then right after this,
Good calls, Fox.
Is dead.
thank you.
Okay.
talk about.
Everybody get high ground on a
I'm
burst
going
of
back
fire.
high ground. We have
just have
Nana
a
here.
question.
They're gonna have.
Sorry.
I just have a question
Sure.
first. When I was setting up to go on the elevator, there was just a Lucio sitting on point, and my Tracer was near me. Would it have been a good thing to just disregard Spider's call and just tell if only to go on the Lucio with me?
So that could be, but I would say no, because if you look at what they're playing, right, Lucio is not going to give them any value, right? He's just
Oh,
sitting on
yeah.
cart. So if you go for the Lucio and he dies, you know, there's still 4 people on high ground. You know what I mean? So he's all he's doing is pushing cart. So what I would say is, although you could probably get an easy kill on him, is that going to be, the best decision to finish the fight quicker? You know what I mean? I would say if it's like an Ana or Zen, yeah, I would go for them. But a Lucio, I don't think so. I think
Or like an Ash?
an Ash
maybe,
as well. A
something like that?
DPS, absolutely. If there's a DPS on cart, something like Tracer, probably not. If there's like an Ash on cart or like a Soldier on cart, absolutely, that's a great call. Someone like Lucio that doesn't really bring any value to a poke comp like that, just make him let him be useless. You know what I mean? Just let him
Yeah.
just sit there and be useless. Because at the end of the day, in maps like this where there's so much high ground and like the fights happen on high ground, the cart doesn't need to be the main focus. It needs to be the enemy team and dealing with the enemy team. Okay.
Okay.
So right here, we'll watch like the first 10 seconds of this, and I'm gonna ask you what you think. You
Nice,
should be doing
nice,
instead
nice,
of what
nice.
you're doing.
Good calls, Fox.
Is dead.
Thank you. I
Okay.
think I know
We're
the
gonna get
answer
high
already.
ground.
Okay,
On a
let's
I'm
see.
going
versus
back
high.
high ground. We have Nano here.
So
They're
high.
gonna have like they're gonna have
Yeah,
flux.
rally
still.
reactively. If only go for an early pulse
Yep.
on one of their
Okay.
mobile targets.
What are we doing wrong here?
I should be setting up.
Yes. Yes. You should be in their backline, pinging and calming where they're going at all times. That's this.
Yeah.
What I wrote here is that utilize Sombra's invisibility and TP as much as you can. Because you have this much survivability, use it as much as you can. Start all the way back here and just say, all right, they're going in this room. All right, here, ping them. All right, they're going in this room. They're going this way. They're walking this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Follow the enemy team around and ping them as much as you can. And I also put into quotations that you did, or into parentheses that you do it right after.
Targets.
You start doing it right here.
And then we'll look for nano.
Yeah,
marker
that's when I realized
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have done
Babs
that.
here.
So what I wrote here is that doing this will allow you to force an ability onto them rather than use hack reactively. Whereas you're using hack on your own terms rather than using it reactively. You know what I mean? You're setting it up rather than using it reactively. You said it right when you said I need to set up, right? Instead of using it reactively when they come up there, you can set up the hack and use it before they even think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then right after here, if we look at here,
Ash is late. Ash is
call
late.
Ash is late. Great call. That was a great call.
On ping.
The problem is
I can hack in 3.
you use it on your own time. You kind of where I said you did your own thing here rather than having conversation with your tank. Can you go on Ash, right? I can hack Ash. Can you go on Ash? Sure. I don't see Ash. I don't know where she is. Or I'll ping her right here. Can you go on Ash? Sure. All right, I'll hack Ash. You know what I mean? So what happens is you hack Ash.
3, 2,
Ready? Get
1.
ready for the pulse. Pulse me or nano me. Sorry. Nano on 3, 2, 1. No.
So you see what just happened? You
Yeah.
TP'd away, and now he's going in with Nano.
Yeah.
So you're completely disjointed from your team in this particular fight. Whereas you could wait for him to call Nano. If the call is Nano, right? If the call is Nano, you can wait for your hack and hack the person that he jumps on, right? You don't have to hack right away. You can wait, or you can hack.
I don't need to force it. Yeah.
Or you can say, I'm gonna hack Ash. You can go on with Nano or something like that, and you hack Ash, and he goes on with Nano, and she dies immediately. Instead of you being out of this fight for literally like 15 seconds. So,
Soldier's low ground. Soldier's low ground.
Lucius one.
He has no one with him because
I can
Trace is
hack-
also dead.
Soldier.
Soldier.
I'm on Ash.
Ash is out.
Big anti.
I have rally.
And then
Done, I'm
you
down.
just die
Watch
to
out for the
Bob,
ball,
and then
watch
you
out
lose
for the
fight.
Oh my god.
Yep.
we're done.
Oh
I
wait,
died
we
to
have
Bob.
no honor. We have no honor. Get out.
Yeah.
Oh
Now you
shit!
get no
Sorry, my
value
bad.
out of this ult as
Yeah,
well.
we just back out
That's
here.
fine.
But do you see what you could have done there differently? Yeah.
Yes.
So like Sombra and Monkey need to be talking at all times. Like you and Tracer and Monkey should be talking about who you want to go on, how you want to do it. All right, let's do this. Like, all right, I see Ash here. You want to go for Ash? Sure, I'll get nanoed on Ash. All right, I'm hacking Ash in 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm going on Ash. Everyone's talking together. You know what I mean?
Rally.
And feel free to just tell me that I'm like
Getting some good hack.
that I'm not because I kind of go on tangents a lot and kind of just keep talking. So
Some big
Oh no,
antis
no,
we
it's
should,
helpful.
Try to use
Backline.
it.
Try to set up high
okay.
ground again.
I'm
Okay, high
coming
ground?
to you. I'm coming to
They're all
you.
high grounds.
So Spider here makes a really bad decision, right? And this is what part of his quote unquote play style. He mentioned this before, where he goes really fast. Like he just completely does not ruins the fight here. Because what he does is he dives in and just immediately bubbles. Now he's no bubble
With
for fight.
bubble.
Now he's just standing there taking
Yeah.
poke, right?
It's like a soft
Okay.
dive, but he
Seems
uses
Can we-
bubble.
No.
I'm pressuring
It's
point.
not even a soft dive because he
I
just
just
jumps onto the Sigma. So he's not really doing anything. He's kind of literally just jumping onto the front line of the poke.
Heals.
Yep.
Backline. Right here.
Babs stop.
So you guys are talking, like he's saying, backline right here, whatever. You're not talking about what you want to do. There hasn't been a single call about what we want to do here.
Babs stop.
He look.
I can hack Babs on
Going up
top.
here. We're going up here. I'm here.
Bap,
Hack
bap, bap,
bap, really good hack. So, if you see Monkey right here, here's you right here. Is there something that you could do differently in this fight? do you think? It's a really this is like a more complex way to use hack, but I'm gonna see if you know it.
If say that again.
So here's your monkey right here, right?
Yeah.
There's their soldier, there's their Ash, and you're over here and you hack BAP. Is there something that your monkey and you could be doing differently after you get the hack off on this Baptiste? Do you, like, this is a more complex thing, so I'm not gonna blame you if you don't know it.
Go for the soldier or Ash instead.
Yes, perfect. Because what you're doing here is you're hacking BAP so he cannot lamp them.
Yep.
So now, because look where he is, right? Look where Monkey is, and look at where the soldier is. He doesn't even need to jump. He just can walk right on the soldier. And the BAP, because you hacked the BAP, he's dropping. Now the soldier has no healing for him.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, he just jumps off high ground, and then you just get high ground for your team. You know what I mean? So you do a really good job of hacking this BAP. You go for the soldier. BAP leaves. He can't lamp himself. You can continue to poke him if you want. He goes in the soldier. You guys kill the soldier, and then you're 4v5 right now.
Bap,
Okay, I'm going
Instead,
up.
what happens is
He's low, he's low, he's
you
low.
tunnel vision onto the BAP, and you die, and then Monkey completely just feeds into their backline trying to kill BAP.
He's low, he's low.
Oh, I'm dead.
One map,
Kill
one
him.
dead.
I'm dead.
A lamp.
Fuck.
I'm going for Lucio.
But
Dead.
their soldier has now killed both supports,
Oh,
Lucio,
dead.
Lucio, Lucio.
and now he's up
Lucio's half.
there, shooting everyone,
Lucio
Shouldn't have
half.
gone up.
I'm on Lucio. I'm on
and he
Lucio.
kills Monkey as well. Right?
Oh yeah.
So you go for that target, and the guy that you should have gone for kills 3 people.
And I'm dead.
And he goes, and I'm dead. And then it starts, I'm noticing that he gets a little bit tilted, so the comms kind of die down a little bit here for this next point.
He just got high ground very early.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it's gonna happen, right? Some people are gonna get mad. You know, people get mad when you're not playing well. That's when the team game kind of comes up. You know, this is when you or, you know, if only or Murph or whatever, if Spider is struggling, you pick up the comms for him. You know what I mean? You help him. You motivate him. Pick up the comms. Say, all right, this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always on him because if he's, you know, it's, you know, everyone's human, right? He's gonna have, you know, emotions are gonna get the best of you sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna have Tac Visor, Flux still
So then this is literally the definition of no comms.
in the window.
No one says anything. People are just walking around, and you see 9.
Okay,
Oh,
gonna need
Fucking
point.
Christ.
He gets mad that you see 9.
Care
Just
Ash.
back up.
Ash
we
is half.
already lost the point. We already lost the point. Just back up.
Okay, okay.
Everyone back up. Everyone back up. Everyone back up. Everybody get out.
So this is where I ended. So now we're just gonna watch it together. Now we're gonna be surprised together.
Okay.
Let's see.
Soldier's close
Guy
right
in my
here.
fucking spawn. How am I
We have
spawn?
15 minutes left. I'm also gonna go to that thing. So we'll just leave.
Mega sacked here.
Good hack on the mega.
Oh yeah, the trank.
Yeah. Also, as with Sombra, don't be afraid to just start walking around and hacking all the health packs. Literally just walk around the whole part of the map and just hack everything. Like,
Yeah.
you can hack that right mega over there. Like, that will get you value. That's just instant value. It's instant. It's guaranteed value. Because an enemy could go for it and he can't get it. Your teammate could go for it. Your tracer. This is maybe what it is. It's for your tracer. Because she's getting that's giving her so much space to work with because she has all these packs to work with that the enemy team doesn't, and that they go faster. They recharge faster.
You ready to give me nano?
They have
Mhm.
Widow now.
I'm at 96, 97,
I see it.
98.
Give
Okay,
me
Window.
nano.
Soldier's
Let me know when
just
you
holding
have it.
close here. They swap
Okay.
Widow.
99.
Enemy in 3, 2,
Foxard,
Yeah.
one is Widow.
Now?
Who you on? Who you
Sacked,
on?
she's
Okay.
above.
So, are you ready to give me nano? You ready to give me nano? You ready to give me nano? Sure. All right, give me nano. Who are we going on? What are we doing? You know what I mean? The only thing that the only thing that anyone on this team knows is that he's getting nanoed. That's the only thing that people know. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know who we're going on. Right? So
Closer.
you see that he's
They
diving
swap
into
Widow.
this
99.
Enemy
this
in
soldier.
3, 2,
Foxard,
Yeah.
one is Widow.
Now?
He goes for soldier, and then he just like
you
walks
on?
away for some reason. I don't know why.
Who you on?
Sacked, she's above. Soldier.
Leaving their entire
Calling
team.
soldier. You end up picking up the comms. That was great.
Look at the BAP.
I'm going on Widow.
I'm on BAP. I'm on
He's
BAP.
on
I'm on
BAP.
BAP.
All right.
Bap. Care for
Kills
soldier.
Alright, Lucio.
and then he dies.
Died to soldier. You're
Widow
down,
dead.
Ana.
Still on the
Yeah, I'm
Baptiste.
Soldier.
Or
No,
something.
no.
Get out. I'm down.
So the team is very disjointed, especially the monkey and the DPS. You guys are very, very disjointed, you know, and it comes with time. Synergy comes with time, but you guys are just not synergized at all. Like there are no fights here in this entire map so far where you guys have shown good synergy. You know, I mean, it's just, and I hate to be, you know, I hate to sound like a jerk, but it's just true. You know what I mean? Like it's just true.
Yeah.
You guys have not shown any
I think I've
synergy.
just forgotten how to primal in the last 2 days.
I have EMP. Can you back me up there? Oh shit.
I can pack you.
Get that. EMP this,
EMP
get
on
rid of that.
soldier.
Solid.
Big nade on point.
Soldier half.
Soldier's one.
Damn.
No one's calling anything.
Damn.
Oh,
On the Baptiste.
I die here.
So I'm also very
Okay.
surprised that Photonics has more healing than Murph does.
Their soldier's getting a lot of value.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We never really had a proper dive.
Yeah, exactly. You never had a proper dive.
Dev's
Wait,
got
I'm waiting
armor.
for an answer.
Dev Hanzo.
All right, let's see.
Hanzo soldier.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people high ground.
I'm going right side.
Okay.
right
Yeah,
side.
Dev's
wait,
got
I'm waiting
armor.
for an
Dev's
anti-Murph.
got on us, Smurf.
Yeah.
Answer them as soon as you can.
I'm in
Yeah,
their stairs. I'm in their
3,
stairs.
2, 1.
Three,
Big
two,
anti.
one, go.
That's what we talked about.
Who's anti? You know what I mean? I don't even see anybody anti.
Yeah.
Is anybody even anti?
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it, like don't call big NT if you don't see like the hit marker of
Did
hit.
she not
enemy
even
hit.
hit anybody? Oh,
Nope.
okay. Yeah. All right.
Lucio hack.
LOS.
Yeah,
Dev's
wait,
got
I'm waiting
armor.
for an
Dev's got
anti-Murph.
on us, Smurf.
And
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
them as soon as you can.
I'm in
Yeah,
their stairs. I'm in
3,
their stairs.
2, 1.
Three,
Big
two,
anti.
one, go.
I don't know if it hit.
Lucio hack. Lucio hack.
LOS.
Back one.
Shield.
Oh shit.
Soldier's on point.
Save.
Go.
So I'm just trying to figure out what you could have done better. I mean, there's no calls. Obviously, there's no target being called, so you don't know who to hack. I don't even know where Tracer is.
Like
I
on my right.
don't know if it hit.
Lucio hack.
LOS.
Oh, he's
Back
like
one.
Oh,
over
she's in
there.
cafe.
I don't know what she's doing over there.
Back one.
Shield.
Oh shit.
Soldier's on point.
We gotta we gotta anti when his shield drops or when we break it.
Oh,
I think I need to. I don't.
Looking at our stuff here.
I sound like a Rosuji. He's getting
Here we go.
Okay.
Did it again.
hanging up with that.
6 seconds.
Just walked right by you. Holy shit. I know he saw you.
Shoot his shield, please.
I'm getting
3,
fragged.
Two.
2,
Grenade.
1.
Oh,
Fuck,
gotta
he
be
did it
faster.
again.
It's
gotta be
it's
fast.
So if you're having trouble breaking this poke, we have to just call the charge nano or something. I don't know. Just call the call could be to just play slow, right? And allow monkey to take damage, allow Murph to heal him, just charge nano. Because once you get nano, jumping up onto that with nano is gonna be way easier.
2-second cooldown. You
Let's
gotta
go
throw
hack,
it the
let's go
second
hack.
you see
As soon as it
drop
goes down.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't count down your nades. Just throw it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm just going in.
Yeah. Okay.
Lucio, Bap hacked up there.
There. Now I hit.
Bap is hacked.
Hanzo can die.
I'm
Dead.
out.
Oh,
I need
get
tails
logged.
by.
Yeah,
I
there
need
needs
tails.
to be there's a lot of things there's
Yeah.
like 75 things that are going on right now. Like the sports need to be rotating, they can't be standing right there. Like if Monkey jumps up here and you guys are actually trying to take this, the sports need to be rotating up to the top left. Because Brig needs to get like some value. Like there needs to be some value for this Brigitte. Tracer's like in no man's land. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
Lucio, Bap hacked up there.
Yeah.
Spider's by himself.
Now I hit.
There's like
That
three
is
different
hacked.
targets being focused.
Hanzo can die.
I'm
Dead.
out.
Oh,
I need
get
tails
logged.
by. I need tails.
Got you. No, Anna.
Healer.
Good
Healer.
choice.
Good choice.
You're getting
I'm not
Okay,
sure.
we have no Ana. Everyone disengage. We have no Ana.
Ooh,
Yeah, back.
nice. He didn't see you. Right now.
I
Good
know.
chasing. Good chasing.
This guy's look. This soldier.
They're down there,
You
soldier.
guys can. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What he's doing right now.
I'm on
We-
Tracer.
we-
He's
we-
trying to
no,
look
no,
for
everyone-
that tracer the call should be to go on him. You two. Just like say, all right, let's go for the soldier.
One disengage.
He literally is like he literally just like gives you a free kill right here.
They're chasing.
him going
They're
over there?
chasing.
You ping him, right? All right, if only let's go on the soldier over
They're down their soldier right now.
Okay.
I can look for something.
Okay, when his shield drops, just chuck it.
Yeah.
We're good.
They're just on me. I can't even.
The soldier's still
I
out of
got
the
you.
fight.
Yeah.
He's still just like way over here.
Big nade.
No lamp,
Hit.
no
It
lamp.
hit.
I see it, I
But
see
they
it, I
lamped.
see it.
I need heals. Me.
I got you.
Lucio one. Lucio one.
I double packed.
Can you
Lucio
up there?
dead. Lucio dead. Lucio dead.
Backpack.
Back.
Soldier's in mini room.
Care soldier. He's on cafe.
Soldier. He's half. Soldier first. Sick hacked.
I'm on Sig.
He does
I have
not
nano.
have
Alright.
flux.
You end up winning this. But like it just took so it was so much harder than it should have been. Your support should be rotating up here. You can get easy value off of anti if you allow your supports to come up this way, right? So what you can do is you can keep the monkey here, allow the supports to come up this way, and then you can pinch them. So what monkey can do is jump up here. He'll probably shield the monkey or something like that, and then or he'll be distracted by the monkey, and then Anna can throw a nade from the side, and then you'll be behind, and there's just like you're pitching them from 3 different ways. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're just on me.
You guys are
I
just
can't
continuing
even.
to try to do the same exact thing, which is like try to get value off of nade when they have a Sigma shield. It's just like it's from main. It's just so hard to do that. You guys are just trying to do this like simple thing so many times, and it's not working.
The soldier's still
I
out of
got
the
you.
fight.
Yeah.
He's still just like way over here.
He's lamp for
Big
no
nade.
reason.
lamp,
Hit. It
no lamp.
hit.
I see it, I
But
see it,
they
I
lamped.
see it.
I need heals. Me.
I got you.
Lucio one.
I-
I'm beating you guys
Soldier's
up in the fight.
Stay on cart. We have nano here.
We go for an EMP engage here.
Try and get height. I have cart.
We're looking to EMP
Okay.
and absolutely murk their
They have height, they have height.
Baptiste or their Hanzo.
Yeah.
We can go up elevator
On a
and
big
just
rotate far right.
If you're having
Yeah.
trouble, go up the back one on the back left. If you're scared they're gonna see you or hear you, you can go up the back one.
I'm still scared like they're gonna just start poking me out
And yeah, I get that.
because they have like alongside.
Oh no, rotate. Yeah, on right.
Okay, I'm ready to go whenever. Just tell me.
Oh, chill.
That was
Oh.
weird.
Let's push him payload. Okay. Go in whenever you're ready. I'm ready to
3, 2,
go.
1.
2, 1, no.
Lucio,
Okay, now we can
Lucio.
Let's go high
Shut
ground. Go high ground.
Back.
Lamps down. Lamps
That
down.
was really good.
Good. Soldier over here.
I'm not with.
HP.
Yeah,
So
so
just-
even though you win this fight, can we see what's going on at the end of this fight?
Let's go high ground. Go high ground.
Lamps down. Lamps down.
Good. Soldier over here.
So he's calling soldier, and you two are on Sigma. You know, so you
Yeah.
win the fight, but at the end of the day, like there needs to be this kind of comms at all times. Like, you need to be together all times, focusing on the same target. 'Cause even though it's clean up,
Yeah.
you want
Not
that.
with.
You don't want to.
Soldier's still high.
Kind of like the shovel at the end of the fight, because then you want it to be consistent.
Dead.
Right here.
He's
right
done.
here,
He's dropped. He's gone.
So attack on
I have
that.
cart.
He's low.
Okay.
Try to
Nice.
hack
Get
one
high,
of
get
the
high.
Alright, come
banks
high.
as well.
Come high with me.
Going high. Yep.
They swap casts.
And the bank.
Oh,
Oh,
The
the
jail,
the
the
mini.
jail, or whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah,
engage.
right down there, in the
Actually-
jail. Yeah.
Okay.
Because what that does is it gives your tracer another health pack and it denies them a health pack. It's just free value. It's literally just free value.
Okay.
Pull spawn first.
Guess is here.
No,
Guess
okay,
is here.
we need it.
Someone else needs to
I
get
see him.
cart. Them.
Back is here too.
I can go
Okay,
in
I'm
in
gonna
3, 2, 1
3,
now.
2, 1. Guess hack.
Solid hack, but I would. No, not solid hack. I would hack the Baptiste. Because hacking Baptiste doesn't do anything.
Nade hit.
Nade,
Nade
big
hit.
That's a big name, very big name.
Sick,
I'm gonna
sick,
go in
sick,
and
sick,
rally.
sick, sick, sick.
I'm gonna go in and rally.
Everyone get out.
I'm out.
Oh shit.
Oh wow, you are way
No,
far
I'm in there. Oh wait, everyone.
Yeah.
That's down. Getting back.
That's good, that's good.
Teleporter, stuff
Okay.
like that.
We have nano if you
Great,
need.
great, and anime.
I'm gonna
Go
die.
far away too. I would honestly, you could honestly put it like in this building right here, or you could put it like over here, something like that.
Nano monkey.
I
Can't break
died.
it.
I died, and then
That's
I'm on
okay.
the
I'm
back
on cart. I'm on cart.
I'm not with you. I'm not with you.
Cancel,
Yeah, no, Anna.
This can die.
I'm with
Can
you,
hack
monkey.
soldier. I can hack
Soldier's
soldier.
on me. Okay,
Soldier
okay,
hack,
okay.
soldier hack.
I'm on soldier. Soldier one.
Dead.
The
Getting
fact
inward,
that
getting-
Freaky is still
I'm on
alive
six,
right now
six,
is
six,
just insane.
Cast dead.
Okay, I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
Sick
Backing,
hack,
backing.
sick
I
hack.
need care.
I'm rotating.
I'm with you.
Holy shit, this.
Their supports are both up there.
Yep. I can't get to bat.
6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6,
Okay,
6.
on his back, on his back.
Lucio hacked.
Got Lucio.
Lucio.
I'm on BAP on top. Jail.
Soldier's right side closed.
Oh yeah.
I'm going in.
That was a bad decision. If you want to dive them, right? If Spider is not calling to dive them and you think you should dive them, say, Monkey or Spider, can we go on Soldier up top? You know what I mean? Instead of just going on Soldier. So, all right, yeah, sure, let's go on Soldier up top. Then you TP up when he jumps with you. Then you see that synergy there.
Soldier drop.
Nade up.
I'm on soldier.
Nade up point. Nade up point.
Nice.
I'm getting out.
Okay, healing.
Maybe we get 5 minutes. Watch like the rest of this round. Maybe we get the rest
This
of
time
this
when you
round.
guys are going back in.
We
set
have
up.
EMP engage.
Okay.
T.
Mhm.
EMP, merc the bat,
Okay, right. So that was probably the best call we've ever had. EMP go for BAP. That was like the only one we've had, but it's okay. That was good. So we know we can do it.
Sitting, support sword sitting. Okay,
Okay.
we're with you.
No more on BAP, no
I'm
more on
ready, I'm
BAP. Hold on.
Oh, Reaper up
Shit,
top
I
here.
got a
Reaper?
Reaper on me.
What does
Yeah,
that mean?
No
No
raid?
more on BAP.
What?
What does
I
that mean? No
I don't
more
know
on
what
BAP.
he was-
He doesn't want me to
I think he
EMP.
said.
Support sword sitting, support sword sitting. Okay,
Okay.
we're with you.
No more on BAP.
I don't know. I think maybe he thinks that like we can't go on him because he's up there. Which is I don't know. We can still go on him.
No
I'm
more on
ready, I'm
BAP. Hold on.
Oh, Reaper up
Shit,
top
I
here.
got a
Reaper?
Reaper on me. Yeah, I'm
No
back
raid.
I'm ready whenever we have to do it soon.
in. Ready, 3, 2, 1, now.
3, 2, 1. Bap, 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 bap.
Okay.
Perfect.
Nice.
Lucio, he has beat. Lucio has
Made
beat.
it.
Yeah.
No raid.
I'm ready whenever we have to do it soon.
Ready,
See
3,
what else we
2,
have.
1, now.
3, 2, 1. Bap, 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 bap.
Yeah, I want to TP now. You know what I mean? Just like your life is more important than getting the kill. You know, like you can trust your team to get that kill, especially when you use EMP like that. You can trust your team to get the kill and just get out.
Nice.
Lucio, he has beat. Lucio has
Nade
beat.
it. Nade it.
Lucio.
Nice, nice.
That's right.
Like Reaper
Sing
next.
it. Nice.
Reaper,
Reaper, no wait.
I think it takes a lot longer. than it's supposed to.
Reaper. Nice.
Reaper dead.
Nice. Siglas.
6.
Only sig.
Everyone sig. Only sig.
Sig.
Sig dead.
Okay, just cap.
Okay, look bat.
Bap low. And more.
Lamp sound.
I'm still on bap.
I'm coming back.
Bap low.
On him as well.
Okay, Reaper's in back.
I have nano.
Don't
Transport.
use
I'm gonna-
nano.
Gimme.
No.
Give me nano.
Oh, big.
Ajaxed him.
Did not need nano.
Reaper.
Reaper's one. Reaper can still die. Nice.
Yeah, I
That's
think it's
low.
way too long. Yeah, you just all need to be the same target.
Yeah.
How hard is Reaper farming you?
Doesn't really look at his-
I don't think
Monkey.
he
I'm
has
close.
Bap.
Okay, he's close.
I'm out, Suji.
I'm out as well.
I'm on cart.
Ooh, dude,
Oh,
no
shit.
way.
Oh.
And I'm dead.
That's silly. You shouldn't have gone that far.
Good
Yeah,
shield.
we just wait. Just wait.
Yeah.
Back Murph.
Now you lost momentum.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
bad.
Yeah, Cass.
You only have 2 minutes left.
They are chasing me into spawn.
Yeah.
Bap Sierra. So someone is on our high ground. I think it's
This
Reaper.
Cassidy
It's
needs
Reaper.
to
Gas one.
This
He's
guy's
out,
Solid,
he's out,
solid,
he's
that
out.
was awesome. See how you were literally right position to deal with that. Because you were calling where
With
they
the
were.
buff.
Sleeping,
You were
sleeping,
able to see that that guy was up there because where you were. That like perfect so far.
sleeping behind.
Nice.
I don't-
On him.
Yeah,
I didn't have
help
any.
me. Help
Don't let him
me.
live.
Nice.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Back. That's free.
I'm dead, but it's okay. Sig
Yeah,
low.
I know.
This one,
Could
second one,
honestly
second
have
one.
EMP'd him,
What?
right? I could maybe have like just EMP'd him.
You were at 25 health. I wouldn't have done that.
Okay.
Oh, carry break. Nice.
If
can
you
come back
did,
up.
I would've-
Winnable.
I would've-
Nice,
Yeah,
Reaper.
it's winnable.
I would've been
Carry
shocked.
Reaper.
Hey, care.
I'm back. I have MP.
It's 8:58.
Okay,
From
you
Lucio.
can stop.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, I hope this was helpful.
Yes, very helpful. Thank you.
And
I think
yeah,
you said a lot of things that needed
a
to be
lot of
said.
it is not. It doesn't have to do with you as well. I would say.
Okay.
All right. Let me